Today I'm going to go over the most unaffordable markets in the United States, but on the bright side, I'm going to give you the one most affordable market in the U.S. Those articles and an article that's going to make you happy. How much do you owe in debt, baby, for our government spending money in the light of the 1.7 trillion pocket change they just passed? Welcome to Real Estate Daily. My name is Troy, and every day we go over housing, real estate, and the mortgage market, even the most dumbest articles out there. Some people call it interesting, but I call it dumb. We're going to go over today. Before we do that, we're going to hit that subscribe button, and let's jump right into it. Guys, if you were saying to yourself, what market is the least affordable? Let's get right into it. It's Miami. Yes, Miami is least affordable, but let's go in the top 5. Los Angeles, of course, Los Angeles is. New York, Newark, and Hialeah, Florida are the least affordable. So these are places that people really, it's all these metropolitan areas. Unfortunately, we're just having so many people go there and into the inner cities that it becomes just out of control pricing. Now, if we look at their suburbs is probably just as bad, but they're just using these as markets, not really cities. But if you're looking to get out there and say, hey, Troy, show me, where do I need to go? Where can I pitch my tent with my family? And I can do, what airplane do I need to get on to get there? Well, guys, I got it for you. Let's jump into the most affordable real estate in the world. This gentleman right here has made it affordable for you. 73-year-old pays $370 a month to live in a plane he bought for $100,000 from a salvage yard. I have no regrets. All right. Now, the best part about this is in Hillsboro, Oregon. We're a suburb there of Portland. We know Portland's out of control, expensive, but guys, what the greatest part of this is, it's a 200-seater. So he only has one seat, cockpit, and not included there. They're $199. He owns the land he bought in the 70s. I don't know if he crashed the plane here. God knows what. Did it just land there and the trees grew around it? What the hell? You have a scenic view. You have your own seat to the world right here, right? 10-acre property. I'm sure you can negotiate something with this guy and you can live off the land. It is the most affordable city in the U.S. is Hillsboro, and this is the luxury liner that you can enjoy. Next article. All right. We're going to go in light of the 1.7 trillion, I don't even want to talk about it really. Money that Congress and our government spent. I think it was like the kiss goodbye for the blue side. Let's just F it all up. So what do we do? So National Association readers went ahead and thumped their chest and said, these are the things, the 21 things that real estate won. Yes, we won this, man. In the last 1.7 trillion that was, I think, passed on last Wednesday. I don't know, whatever garbage day that was. Here we go. Let's go in the first few. Number 1, anti-money laundering. So this bill provides us to give out more personal information to make sure we're not anti-laundering. Thank you very much, National Association of Realtors, for expanding on giving up more of our rights and our personal information. Thank you very much, bozos. Number 2, let's go spin on broadband communications. It says Urban Development Broadband Reconnect Program. Hey, how about using some of that Tesla, some of that technology that we have out there? Why are we spending $364 million on this? If you want broadband, you'll figure it out. There's plenty of satellite companies out there, but no, we don't have to. We have just chump change. All right, next, community development funding. Guys, the market's going down. We all agree. Reason the market's going down, there's no inventory. So there's less sales. We keep seeing it year over year. We are seeing less sales. But the government, in their infinite wisdom and in National Association Rule NAR, they want to fund these projects and increase funding to buy homes. How are we increasing funding when there's no affordability for homes? This funding is not for airplane seats. It's only for housing. So we can't go back to the airplane thing that we just talked about. We increase this. It's at $6.4 billion. This is a $1.6 billion increase. Do we really need to increase on a down market, on a market going down? We continue to see the completely needless spending on money that we continue to borrow. Okay, what's the fourth one here? I can't even say it. They'll just ban my ass out of this whole thing, right? Okay, so let's just go highlight it, all right? It's over, baby. It's over. It's been over, but we still want to spend on it. That money, we all know it's going somewhere else. Let's be honest. You think it's going to go to assistant programs? Number 5, you know, anytime there's a disaster in the United States, there's emergency funding that's out there. But let's go ahead and throw emergency funding in this. $27 billion is going towards disaster assistance. But hold on, we're not done, because emergency disaster assistance, which is different than disaster assistance, there's $38 billion. So we're going to send, what, $65 billion on disaster assistance. What are we doing? I mean, what should we consider giving the money to the Ukraine disaster assistance? Send $45 billion just every month over there, right? This is another $65 billion. Guys, $5 billion in energy assistance. FHA, that federal housing, $400 billion there. We're increasing that. And again, we're providing $150 million for administration costs. Guys, if anyone out there has a house that is closing house, we're already paying administration fees. It's part of closing costs. We're going to spend another $150 million. Are we just keeping people employed to keep them employed? Because there's less loans, there's less dealing. Flood insurance, I think this is probably one of the better ones out there. $275 million to $313 million. It's one of the lowest of all. But flood insurance is coming out of control in certain areas of the country. Texas, Louisiana, all those coastal Gulf countries are all having major problems when it comes to rain. We understand it. This is number 10 is probably the best one of them. But then again, I go back over here and I'm looking at a $900 billion for new loan guarantee commitments. Another $40 million going to go to salaries to keep it alive. Come on. Every year we keep giving way too much money, overpaying salaries. The homelessness assistance. What does that have to do with real estate? Okay, this is a city by city issue. If the city doesn't take care of it, what do? They have a handout from the government, $1.5 billion here. That's again, $3.6 billion in homeless assistance. I want homeless assistance, but it doesn't do us any good if we're not getting to the core of the issue, right? We need to figure out, why are they homeless? Okay, is it a personal issue? Is it something a choice? What really is it? Don't we want to spend money on figuring that out? Just trying to throw money at it doesn't solve the problem. And here in LA, it's out of control. There, the city's saying there's 40,000 people that are there. Come on, man. There's 100,000. There's 100,000 people. I don't care what they do. There's nowhere to put them. You got to put them in hotels. They're going to destroy hotels. Got to figure it out. You had to have, dealt with this when it was manageable. But every mayor didn't care about it. Garcetti didn't care about it. Absolutely didn't care about it. And it just got so out of control. He just took off and said, I'm out of here. All right, next. Housing vouchers, 130, infrastructure, $62.9 billion for Federal Highway Administration. I don't know, man. This doesn't sound like real estate to me. NAR, National Association of Realtors, are all beating their chest over this. Guys, number 16 is ridiculous. Manufactured housing, $225 million is provided for preservation and revitalization of manufactured housing units. Are you kidding me? That's like a car, okay? A manufactured home doesn't go up in value. The land only goes up in value. It goes down in value. It's garbage. Who revitalizes that crap? It's crap. You can buy a new one for $200,000. Yeah, you're going to spend $225 million on revitalizing it? Guys, not very smart. Retirement savings. The bill updates rules relating the employer 401k and 403 plans, requiring them to automatically enroll all new eligible. Why is it automatically renew? Okay, why is there auto renew? Nobody likes auto renew. Give me a choice. Don't just auto renew my 401k so I could have some wealth manager out there who lost me 30% last year, but he still got paid six figures. Go to hell. That's not good. Then we continue to see rural housing. $2 billion is appropriated to USDA rural housing. $40 million increase. Again, the housing market went down from 2021 to 2022. It's going down to 2023, yet they keep upping the amount of money they give into these programs. It doesn't make sense. Where is that money really going? Is it being appropriated, or is it just being sitting there gathering, just building and building, and then they pull it out for other programs, more of the programs that they really want it for? Guys, it makes this whole thing, SBA, another $1.2 billion for small business disaster loans. Again, we're back up to disaster. We're almost at $70 billion on disaster. Okay, we don't have that. That's ridiculous. Where's the money going? This was a complete, I don't even know what National Association of Real Estate, the NAR, I have to contribute since I'm a real estate agent through my MLS dues, but every single year they ask me to contribute another $50 to $150 to $200 for NAR. National Association of Realtors has no power. National Association of Realtors doesn't make a difference out there. There's nothing it does. It just sits there, and all they do is they beat their chest, and they're just another lobbying, participant at the Capitol. It doesn't help the people on the ground with boots on the ground. I don't see any of my clients getting any aid from NAR at whatsoever. Guys, we're going to jump into what we call the national debt. So what I just went over, most of that needless money, guess what? This national debt's gone up over $1 trillion in the last 12 months. A lot of people ran in November on the debt being 30 trillion. Guys, it's a lie, complete lie. We're at $31.5 trillion. Let that sink in. More importantly, every single citizen is in debt. $95,000 in every household is $250,000 in debt. Next time you decide that you want to go vote for who you want to vote for and their agendas, they're bankrupting you and they're taking your future away. Look at this. It is absolutely ridiculous. U.S. federal spending, $5 trillion. Budget deficit, is that even trillion? Is that quadrillion? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's trillion. So every year we spend over $1 trillion in deficit spending. And then the U.S. government on top of that has all these $1.7 trillion. We're at almost $6 trillion on just yearly spending from our Congress. All the blue people out there, the blue side, what are you doing? You control it, and we just keep on spending. Look at this right below. In 2020, the GDP ratio was 55%. Now, 20 years later, it's up 140% more than it was. So, guys, this is ridiculous. Federal tax revenue, it's $5 trillion, and we can't even balance a budget for $5 trillion. That's awesome. All right, guys, you take care. Well, actually, no, let's go over that. Last thing is interest rates going up and going up, and they're going up. Now we're at 6.5. Now 30-year FHA, almost 6.5. We're seeing jumbo go up. Guys, look at that. It bottomed out in December, at the end of November. I told you it was the best time of the year. Why? I said it every single day on this channel. The 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 people that actually watched, if you took advantage of this, thank you. If you didn't take advantage of this, God help you. Because if you're in a rental situation and your tenant, your landlord is on top of he's going to keep raising your rents because he has to deal with inflation and you're going to deal with it every single year. Get into a home, get a 30-year fixed. You can refi it down in the future. It's the only thing on your budget that you can actually control and lower. Can't lower your gas prices, you don't have no control. Can't lower your food prices, can't lower your energy prices, can't unless you're getting solar. And can't lower your insurances, guys. Can't lower anything. The only thing you can control is what you pay on your monthly bill. It's your largest part of your budget. You can control that. When rates drop, you can refi and lower that bill. Guys, it's a steady bill. Everything else is out of your control. Can't control nothing else. Can't control what meat prices are. Can't control anything else. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. I know I made it a little bit long. That whole government spending bill. Obviously, it should not only get me mad, it should get every single one of you mad. We continue to spend money we don't have, and this is inflation. It's going to cause more inflation. In the last, 18 months, this particular government that's been in place for 2 years has spent $10 trillion that we don't have. And it's showing up in, obviously, our national debt. And there's only way to make the national debt not as bad as it looks is they've got to make the dollar worth less, right? Worth less, so it's easier to pay off. Guys, you take care. I will see you tomorrow. I have a few predictions for 2023. Absolutely make sure that you see me tomorrow. I'm going to throw some numbers out. Predict some of the stock market and the Fed, as well as interest rates. You guys take care. Peace.